The next question is, what do you think, this is a 1-minute question, what do you think the town's responsibility is to protect day laborers from exploitation by employers, especially companies and subcontractors hired by the town of Chapel Hill? Maria?
I have worked on this since I came to Chapel Hill, and my office was next door to the IFC on Wilson Street. And people would come to the IFC and said they had worked for 2 weeks and never gotten paid. And I have called employers, and probably one of the few people in this room that have faced folks who say, they pick up the phone and say, I'll have her deported. So it's a very serious problem. It helps when you're a town council to have all the phone numbers of the police chief and everybody else who can help walk with you to talk to that employer. So it's really, our town is committed to helping workers. And I've worked with the Centro Hispano fundraising and I have advocated for not outsourcing the jobs in our community to subcontractors that we have no way of checking on. I don't believe that's fair. Thank you.
Thank you. I think I agree this is a critical issue because these folks may feel they don't have someone they can rely on, they can count on, they can confide in, that they're not getting the money that they've earned and that they've worked hard for. The best thing we can do to support them is to make sure they understand that we support them. And that's a tricky thing to do. Unions work if they're big enough that they can increase, that they can inspire change, that they can show folks in power that they have the numbers. We can support our day laborers by showing them they have the numbers. All of us. We're behind them. We support them, and that we're not going to let exploitation happen on our watch here at Chapel Hill.
That's a great question, and absolutely the town has a role in protecting and a responsibility to protect those day laborers. They are very vulnerable to exploitation, and that should be a top concern to the town and to the council in particular. I think we should and can target employers to make sure we are monitoring and enforcing the appropriate labor laws. And also I think community-oriented policing has an important role, so that there is a trusting relationship there where people aren't afraid to report if they're being mistreated or exploited in some way.
I am particularly sensitive to this issue, one, because my father is an immigrant, and when he first came here, he had to make money any way he could. And so it's our responsibility to protect our day laborers who are trying to provide for their families. I support the CHPD's, the Chapel Hill Police Department, stance that they won't set up driver's license checkpoints. And as legal redress chair, I was tasked with providing workers with legal assistance, mainly through helping to connect them to lawyers who can help. And when I'm elected, I want to have that same open policy, open door policy for anyone who is seeking redress, who has been exploited by their employers. I want them to come to the town council, if not to town council, then to at least me, so that we can, as a council, address that situation and target that employer that's bad at.
Well, I think those day laborers, they are the most vulnerable members of our community, and definitely we all have a responsibility to take care and to make sure that their rights are protected. So in order to do that, I think, first of all, we need to do the outreach, because I think most of them are coming from the immigrant, is from the immigrant community, and a lot of them, they do not know what is the law and what is the regulations there are to protect their rights. So I think we need to do a good work to outreach those communities and to let them know what their rights are and what are the supports that we have in this community. So I think in the long run, I think of course it is to solve those issues in the long run is to make sure that we have a legal pathway for those illegal immigrants to finally to get their legal status. I think that's the long-term solution to solve that problem. Thanks.
Diane, can you read the question over, please?
What do you think the town's responsibility is to protect day laborers from exploitation by employers, especially companies and subcontractors hired by the town of Chapel Hill?
Okay, so this concerns especially people who are getting paid with town money. Companies are being paid, but includes everybody. I'll go with the positive, that if they are getting paid with town money, someone in the town tends to keep a good watch on them. We have a good history of that. We also, as others mentioned, we have a police department that is getting to be well known as having an excellent record on this. What I recall from my days many, many years ago as a day laborer is I didn't have any rights at all except being a citizen. So I would say the people who are in these jobs who aren't citizens are really as home innocent and most vulnerable people in our society. And I would hope the town can enforce in every way it can for those who are not working for the town. But I'm really proud of our police department.